that some outfits make you feel more confident even when nobody has said anything to you, or that on some days you wear your favorite outfit and suddenly feel more productive, more attractive, or more capable? What if I told you that clothing doesn't just change how people see you, it changes how your brain sees you? This is the psychology of style, and it's the first episode of our series Psychology of Style. Stay tuned for more episodes. Most people think fashion is about looking good, but psychologists have found that clothing can influence our thoughts, emotions, behavior, and even performance. This phenomenon is known as enclothed cognition, which means the clothes you wear can affect the way you think. One famous study asked participants to wear a white coat. One group was told it was a doctor's coat, another group was told it was a painter's coat. Even though the coats were identical, people who believed they were wearing a doctor's coat performed better on attention related tasks. The meaning attached to the clothing changed their behavior. Think about that. The fabric didn't change, the person didn't change, only the perception changed. This happens in daily life more than we realize. When students dress neatly for a presentation, they often feel more prepared. If you have never noticed this before, try it this time. When athletes wear their team uniforms, they often feel more competitive. When professionals wear formal clothing, they frequently report feeling more authoritative. Clothes act as psychological signals, not only to other people, to ourselves. This is one reason luxury fashion exists. People often assume luxury brands sell fabric. In reality, many luxury brands sell identity. When someone buys a designer handbag, watch, or a jacket, they are not only purchasing an object, they are purchasing a story, a status, a feeling, a version of themselves. That's why branding is so powerful in fashion. Another fascinating concept is called social signaling. Humans constantly send signals through appearance. Without saying a word, clothing can communicate profession, interest, social group, personality, values. For example, a leather jacket, a tailored suit, and a traditional shalwar kameez all send different messages before a conversation even begins. Our brains process these signals almost instantly. But here's something many people don't realize. Fashion isn't only about standing out. Sometimes it's also about fitting in. Psychologists call this need for belonging. Humans naturally want to feel accepted by a group. That's one reason trends spread so quickly. When a style becomes popular, people often adopt it because it helps them feel connected to others. This is why fashion trends can move across different countries within months. Social media has accelerated this process. Today, trends don't spread through magazines alone, they spread through TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and influencers. A trend can go from a niche community to millions of people in just a few weeks. The psychology behind it remains the same. People observe, people imitate, people belong. Now let's talk about confidence. Many people believe confidence comes first and style comes later, but sometimes the relationship works both ways. When you wear something that aligns with your identity, you often feel more comfortable expressing yourself. The outfit doesn't create confidence from nothing, but it can amplify what's already there. And this brings us to an important point. The most powerful style isn't necessarily the most expensive. It's the style that feels authentic. A person forcing themselves into trends they dislike often looks uncomfortable. Meanwhile, someone wearing clothes that genuinely reflect their personality usually appears more confident. Because confidence is easier when you're not pretending to be someone else. Fashion is often dismissed as superficial, but the psychology behind it is anything but superficial. What we wear influences how we think, how we behave, how we present ourselves, and sometimes even how we perform. So, the next time you choose an outfit, just keep it in mind that you might not just be dressing to impress other people, you might be dressing to influence your brain. Follow Fashion Muse for more stories about fashion, psychology, culture, and the business behind what we wear.